All right, here we go. The mighty return of DL Hughley back on Vlad TV.
You better believe it. And we both skinnier now.
That's right. That's right. Well, losing weight, looking good.
For sure.
Well, first of all, congratulations. You were nominated for the Radio Hall of Fame this year.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Big deal.
It's funny because I never thought about it. I didn't even know till, hey man, I do what I do and I love what I do and all that stuff. It'll be what it is. But I don't put too much stock in it. 10 million people listen to me every day. I got to be grateful for it.
And right after our last interview, you spoke at the DNC.
I did. Well, we talked. Yeah, we talked.
Yeah, no, I mean, you were talking about possibly doing it.
Yeah.
I think beforehand, but we didn't mention it because it wasn't 100%. Then next thing you know, I'm watching you on TV.
Look how much good it did.
Well, listen, I voted for Kamala.
Me too.
I tried.
I actually think she won, but I don't think I don't think that you can have that many powerful white men who are in tech and media, and that many powerful judges, like when they let Elon, give $1 million to people in Philly and people in Wisconsin. I just didn't think, and I thought they controlled social media with Zuckerberg and Musk, and they controlled, mass media with Murdoch. So I just thought that many billionaires allied against her, arrayed against her, wasn't gonna work. But I did what I did. I did what I believe in, and fuck it, we'll take the chips for all what they make.
Look, I had a couple of tweets go viral during this time, and I said that her media strategy was just awful because I was in contact with her media team to do an interview, and ultimately it never happened. But more so than just me, like her not doing Joe Rogan and a lot of the other really popular podcasts.
No matter what would have happened, this country, people got to understand this. This country has never had a female black executive of a state. Two of the most qualified people in my estimation that ran for president were beaten by Donald Trump. I'm gonna start calling Donald Trump Ike because he beats girls. he only beats broads.
Well, we have a lot to talk about.
Sure do.
And I think the first thing we should tackle is the whole Ice Cube Aries Spears situation.
Yeah.
And you actually called me.
I called you, yeah.
You called me about this because you actually spoke directly to Aries about this whole situation.
Right.
I just interviewed Aries yesterday.
Right.
And I mentioned the conversation and so forth. He goes, yeah, that absolutely happened.
Right.
Now, what's your take on this whole thing?
I think that first off, Ice Cube is my favorite rapper, one of my all-time favorite. Now, I don't think obviously I voiced my opinions about what he's done, I think, politically. I think I didn't necessarily like that when, years ago when he wanted to talk to the Biden campaign and they had all these other people that he wanted to be in by himself. And it was so, and then some of the things he's done with Trump and Fox. But talent-wise, I think he's on the Mount Rushmore of great rappers.
I agree.
So I don't have that. I mean, I could separate my personal objections to things. I thought and I said this to Aries, and I said to you, I thought you cannot say these strident things to people and then make a video saying, "Am I not allowed to?" You don't need to ask for permission when you already did it. You're not allowed to. But you did it already.
You already did it.
I thought you can't say it's not personal when you go on about that long. You can't sell a man's character, his life's work, and for that long and not have it turn personal. And I said, and if you're gonna do that, that's fine. I'm the last motherfucker to tell somebody to do something different. But don't make a video trying to nuance it or explain it. If you're going to say it, stand on it. And I had that conversation with him. I called you to tell you I was going to have a conversation
right.
with him. But I love him. Yeah. I don't necessarily like the way... listen, I have my own relationship. I've known Aaron since he was a kid, a literal kid. And I'm proud of the comic he is. I think that a lot of times he puts himself in situations that are not necessarily the wisest, but he's a grown man. He can do what he wants.
Yeah, look, he's a regular on my show. The conversation about Ice Cube happened primarily on my show, although he didn't touch on it.
It happened on your show.
Yeah, he touched on it before, which is why I even brought it up. And Ice Cube responded to it.
Of course.
Called him a sucker.
Of course.
And said that he doesn't know who he is, but he's not funny. And, Aries kind of pointed out. He gave a standard Ice Cube answer.
Listen, I can hold both ideas. Ice Cube is one of my favorite hip-hop, probably my favorite rapper.
Period.
Period. Of all, like, period.
Okay. I can see an argument for that.
I don't like what he did with the Trump thing. I'm like, how are you in a movie called Anaconda and you don't recognize a snake when you see one? But that aside, in Aries, I think I've seen some of the things they say about Aries. I think he's a hardworking, just extremely talented dude. I think he's judgmental, and like everybody who has an opinion or who voices their opinion for their vocation is. And so I just think Aries, in my estimation, I think professionally, I wish that people would give him more grace, but I wish he'd be worthy of it sometime too.